Hey everyone, and welcome back to Profit Path, your guide to financial freedom. Does the word budget make you want to run for the hills? Do you picture endless spreadsheets and giving up everything you love? Well, today, we're going to completely change that. I'm going to show you how to budget your money the easy way, a method that's simple, sustainable, and actually feels good. Forget the old, restrictive rules. This is about taking control of your money, not letting it control you. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear, actionable plan that works for your life, helping you crush your financial goals without the headache. Ready to finally make your money work for you? Let's dive in. First things first, let's bust a major myth. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about intention. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Think of it like a roadmap for your finances. You wouldn't start a road trip without a destination, right? The same logic applies to your money. The goal is to spend consciously on the things that truly matter to you, while making sure your future self is taken care of. It's about freedom, not confinement. It's the freedom to save for a house, to travel, to quit a job you dislike, or to simply sleep better at night knowing you're financially secure. That's the power we're unlocking today. So, where do we start? The absolute first step, and the most crucial one, is to understand where your money is actually going. This isn't about judging yourself, it's about gathering data. For the next month, I want you to track every single penny. Yes, every coffee, every subscription, every late night snack. You can use a simple notebook, a notes app on your phone, or a dedicated budgeting app. There are tons of great free ones out there like Mint or YN, a B which stands for You Need a Budget. The tool doesn't matter as much as the habit, just get it all down. This step can be incredibly eye-opening. You might be shocked to see how those small, seemingly insignificant purchases add up over time. Remember, no judgment. This is just the information gathering phase. Okay. So you've tracked your spending for a month. Now what? It's time to categorize. Take your list of expenses and group them into categories. Common ones include housing, like your rent or mortgage; transportation, like gas or public transit fares; food, which you might split into groceries and dining out; utilities, like electricity and internet; and personal spending, for things like hobbies, entertainment, and shopping. You can also have categories for debt payments, savings, and investments. The key is to create categories that make sense for your life. Don't get too bogged down with a million tiny categories. Keep it simple and manageable. Once you have everything grouped, total up the amount you spent in each category. This gives you a crystal clear snapshot of your financial habits. Now for the fun part, where we actually create the budget. We're going to use a simple and incredibly effective method called the 50-30-20th rule. This is a fantastic starting point for beginners because it's so straightforward. Here's how it works. You'll allocate 50% of your after-tax income to your needs, 30% to your wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Your needs are your absolute essentials: housing, utilities, groceries, transportation, and minimum debt payments. These are the things you must pay to live. Your wants are everything else that makes life enjoyable, but is unstrictly necessary: dining out, streaming services, vacations, hobbies, new clothes. Finally, the savings and debt category is for building your financial future. This includes contributions to your emergency fund, retirement accounts, and paying off debt above the minimum payments. Let's break that down with an example. Let's say your take-home pay each month is $3,000. Using the 50-30-20th rule, you'd aim to spend no more than $1,500 on your needs. Your wants would be capped at $900 for the month, and you would dedicate a solid $600 towards savings and paying down debt. Now, look back at the spending you tracked. How do your numbers compare? Maybe you're spending 60% on needs and only 10% on savings. That's okay. The 50-30-20 rule isn't a strict law. It's a guideline. It's designed to help you see where you might be over or underspending and to give you a target to aim for. The goal is to adjust your spending to align with these percentages over time. One of the biggest game changers for sticking to a budget is automation. We are all human, and willpower is a finite resource. So, let's take willpower out of the equation as much as possible. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account on payday. The most important one: pay yourself first. Before you pay any bills or buy anything, have that 20% for savings automatically transferred to a separate savings account, preferably a high-yield one where it can grow faster. Out of sight, out of mind. You'll be less tempted to spend it if it's not sitting in your primary checking account. You can also automate your bill payments to avoid late fees and automate contributions to your investment or retirement accounts. The more you automate, the easier it becomes to stay on track without even thinking about it. Now, let's talk about that wants category, because this is where most budgets fail. People try to cut out all the fun, feel deprived, and then give up entirely. A successful budget must have room for fun. Your 30% for wants is your guilt-free spending money. This is the money you can spend on a nice dinner, a new video game, or a weekend trip without feeling an ounce of regret, because you've planned for it. It's already been allocated. This is a crucial psychological shift. You're not cheating on your budget. You're following it perfectly. If you find your wants are exceeding 30%, that's your cue to look closer. Can you cancel a subscription you don't use? Can you swap a few expensive nights out for cooking at home with friends? It's about making conscious choices that align with your bigger goals. What if your numbers just don't fit? What if your needs are taking up 70% of your income? This is a common situation, especially if you live in a high-cost of living area. First, don't panic. This is valuable information. It tells you that you have an income or an expense problem. On the expense side, look hard at your big three: housing, transportation, and food. These are typically the largest expenses and offer the biggest potential for savings. Could you get a roommate? Can you trade in an expensive car for a more economical one? Or use public transport more often? Can you get more strategic with meal planning and grocery shopping? These are tough questions, but finding savings here can dramatically improve your financial picture. The other side of the equation is, of course, income. Sometimes cutting expenses can only take you so far. If you've trimmed all the fat and you're still struggling to make the numbers work, it might be time to focus on increasing your income. This could mean asking for a raise at your current job, picking up a side hustle you enjoy, or investing in new skills to move into a higher-paying field. The journey to financial health isn't just about spending less. It's also about earning more. Here on Profit Path, we talk a lot about creating new income streams, so be sure to check out some of our other videos on that topic. Remember, your budget is just a tool that shows you what needs to be adjusted. It gives you the clarity to make powerful decisions. Finally, remember that a budget is a living document. It's not a set it and forget it kind of thing. Your life changes and your budget should change with it. I recommend reviewing your budget at least once a month. Take 30 minutes to look at your spending, see how you did against your plan, and make any necessary adjustments for the upcoming month. Did you get a raise? Great. Decide where that extra money will go. Have a big expense coming up like a car repair. Adjust your other categories temporarily to cover it. The monthly check-in keeps you engaged and in control. It turns budgeting from a scary monster into a trusted partner on your financial journey. It's about being proactive, not reactive. So, to recap the easy way to budget: first, track your spending to see where your money is going. Second, categorize those expenses to understand your habits. Third, use the 50-30-20 rule as a guideline to create your plan. Fourth, automate your savings and bill payments to make it effortless. And fifth, review and adjust your budget regularly. That's it. It really can be that simple. You don't need complicated software or a degree in finance. You just need a clear plan and the commitment to stick with it. You are in the driver's seat of your financial life. Thank you so much for joining me on Profit Path today. I truly hope this has demystified budgeting for you and shown you that you absolutely have the power to take control of your money. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's the one thing you're going to implement from today's video? For more content on building wealth and creating financial freedom, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.